Peggy 18.
Bioware is known for these, fantastic characters people really identify with. So can you tell me a little bit about the journey from initial conception all the way through to the final game?
Character creation is it takes a huge amount of iteration on the part of many departments to really come with a finished and believable character that people will identify with.
Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you.
So how do the writers and the artists work together?
We could work in a bubble, I suppose, and write what the character is, the story, and so forth. And I think it's always better when we work as a team.
We start working with the writers and the designers to really get an idea of the world, get an idea of how the characters are going to react to each other, their personalities, and then we take that to the concept artists, we start sketching it up.
The visual appearance of the characters takes a lot of work and again takes a lot of iteration, so it could be hair or it could be the shape of the face, making all these things look realistic enough for players to be able to get attached to is very, very difficult. But you definitely see it sort of moves along, and then suddenly it's like bang, and it's unreal, and you're like, wow, that's amazing.
Aren't you charming?
So you have that eureka moment where the character just sort of appears.
I think you really do when and it's often actually quite late in development when there's a lot of tech that's been built and a lot of animation's been done and the voice actors have been working, and then at some point you look at it one day and you're like, you look at the next thing and you're like, wow, that's actually amazing.
The key is to try and get inside the character and figure out what their personality is and how that's going to manifest itself in a physical way. We have a great new character in Dragon Age Inquisition called Iron Bull. He's a Qunari warrior, and being Qunari, he's he's huge and muscular.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away.
And he has some wonderful lines as well. He's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. And he's brought a wonderful amount of personality to the character. And all these things go into the kind of iterative melting pot that the artist can work with. So for instance, Iron Bull he only has one eye, he has an eye patch, so it instantly suggests that there's a backstory around Iron Bull. How did he lose it? Why does he adopt the patch? And those kind of little sort of creative tweaks can really influence people's perceptions of a character, and they can go all the way through from just his physical manifestation to the clothing that he wears, to the equipment that he carries, and of course when you get actually into the game and playing it, the moves that he makes.
They'll put a detail on a piece of concept art and some part of their clothing, which they thought that might be interesting, and then we'll see that and we'll go, hey, that's kind of neat, and we'll sort of springboard off of that.
There's a lot of stress that builds up as you make these games, and everyone's working so hard and you want everything to be perfect. So when you see things finally come together, whether it be characters or whether it be environments or story or acting, whatever that thing is that you just really want to nail, finally gets there, it's incredibly rewarding.